morning, Gabby. What? Good morning, beloveds. Gabby just came charging in here, so I don't know what's going on. All right. Well, it's Wednesday, so I'm getting into getting used to the new routine of meeting the personal trainer on Wednesday. Tom did very well for his second time. So I think he's convinced he's going to do this. And then I learned about balance today. He had me do lean back curls. Yeah. So hand weights and you'd curl them up, but I was leaned back on a bench, and he gave me 15-pound weights. And right hand was like, all right, great. And the left went, I got one. And then I literally couldn't do it again. And I was like, okay, I couldn't. And so, now I could do it with my right, but not with my left. And I said, well, just change the left. And he's like, no, it's about balance. So he dropped the weight on both of them. So it was like, okay. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. To strengthen the left, we're not going to work the right as hard. So it was interesting, but the things you learn. All right. But it is February 10th. February 10th. I'm awake. It is February 10th. Our title is I Dwell in the Household of God. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, that Spirit of God dwelleth in you. That is from 1 Corinthians 3:16. The household of God is the household of perfection. It is the secret place of the Most High. The inhabitants of this household are all divine beings. Nothing can enter the consciousness of any of these inhabitants that contradicts the unity of good. Each and every member of this household is at peace with all the other members. There is a community of peace, of understanding, of fellowship, and of love and unity. In this household of God, which is any person's household who declares it to be such, there is no bickering, no jealousy, and no avenue through which any littleness or meanness may operate. It is not only a household of peace, but it is also a household of joy. It is a place of happiness and general contentment. Here is warmth, color, and beauty. This earthly household symbolizes the divine harmony of the kingdom of God. No one is a stranger within this household. Nothing is alien to it. It is protected from all fear, from every sense of loss. Nothing can enter it but joy and integrity and friendship. This same good, I realize, belongs to everyone else. I do not desire a good for myself that is greater than the good I desire for all people. Neither do I deny myself the good I affirm for all others. In this household, the host is God, the living Spirit Almighty. All are invited, and all who dwell in this household are guests of the eternal host. I dwell here in peace, joy, and love. Okay. Well, Gabby certainly dwells there. She's sitting next to me, purring away. Yeah. She's about 15, and you wouldn't know it. Okay, we got her when she was about a year old, so we're not actually sure how old she is. All right. I dwell in the household of God. And the Bible quote, know ye not that ye are the temple of God, that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you, from Corinthians. And that quote has been used and abused. It really has. because it's that reminder to us to take care of ourselves. But then when I say it's been abused, it's also been used to beat people up about the choices that they make. So you'll see pushback on that. But it's that second half of the sentence. It's like, so know ye not that you are the temple of God, that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you. It doesn't matter who you are. The Spirit lives within you. And there's nothing one way or another, we talk about the illusion of separation. It's like God isn't out there. God is right there within you. And hopefully it inspires you to take care of yourself, to love yourself, to create the best home for you and the spirit within. But it has been abused, so I am acknowledging that. So don't beat yourself up about the choices that you have made about your body. And some of it, we like to think is out of our control. Some of it we like to think is out of our control because there's genetics and all of that. But that's only to a point. That's only to a point. If you can practice the hardball metaphysics that Emma did, I think Emma would tell you, and Ernest would tell you, that if you really believe and you really have faith, then even the genetics can't get in your way in taking care of your house. So, the household of God is the household of perfection. Remember that perfection is wholeness, not flawless. It means that everything is included. It is the secret place of the Most High. We know that term. The inhabitants of this household are all divine beings. I think that means that you are also a divine being. Nothing can enter the consciousness of any of these inhabitants that contradicts the unity of good. Nothing can enter the consciousness of any of these inhabitants that contradicts the unity of good. Basically, I think that may be one where when we think of the qualities of God, the love, peace, joy, harmony, creativity, unity, all of those, the divine being that lives within you, that dwells within you, they're not going to bring any of those non-preferred emotions, what we would like to term negative emotions. The divine being is not bringing that. So that, don't fear that it's a reminder that what we've been taught about the great accountant in the sky, that's not who lives inside of you. And suddenly now I have the Lion King soundtrack in my song. He lives in you. It's a fantastic song. Go look it up. Each and every member of this household is at peace with all of the other members. There is a community of peace, of understanding, of fellowship, and of love and unity. That's what we're working for. That's why we talk about a world that works for everybody. Everybody doesn't have the same dream. Everybody doesn't have the same needs. Everybody doesn't have the same wants. We want a world that works for everybody so that you get what you need. So it is a community of peace. We're not all the same. We are differentiated in our unity. It's not uniformity, it's unity. We need all of the parts. In this household of God, which is any person's household who declares it to be such. And we declare it, and when we make a mistake, then we acknowledge our mistake, we fix what we need to fix, and we redeclare it. We recommit. So in this household of God, which any person's household who declares it. So if you declare it and it doesn't quite take, then recommit. Declare it again. Declare it again. And keep practicing. Because the more you practice, the longer those spaces will be. There is no bickering, no jealousy, and no avenue through which any littleness or meanness may operate. God won't bring it. The Spirit won't bring it. It is not only a household of peace, but also a household of joy. It is a place of happiness and general contentment. And that looks different for everybody. Everybody. General contentment. You know, he's using big words with loose definitions because everybody's level of contentment is different. I mean, if you put me in a place where I had plenty of snacks and a huge library, I would be Belle. I know that my Disney princess is Merida because that's who I look like, or at least I did. But Belle with that library, oh yeah, I am there. That's my general contentment. But it's not necessarily yours, and that's okay. That's why we are community. Here is warmth, color, and beauty. This earthly household symbolizes the divine harmony of the kingdom of God. It's what we work for. It's what we work on. It's what we practice. And maybe that's what we're here for. To practice that kingdom of God here on earth. Who knows? We'll find out one day. I have faith. No one is a stranger within this household. Because it's God nodding to God. It is God recognizing God. It is Spirit recognizing Spirit. When we look in each other's eyes, we see Spirit looking back at us. Nothing is alien to it. It is protected from all fear, from every sense of loss. Nothing can enter it but joy, integrity, and friendship. This is the same good I realize belongs to everyone. It's what we're working for. We may not be 100% successful all of the time, but it is what we are working for. It is what we are practicing. And practicing makes permanent. Practicing makes permanent. So we practice. And when we have our moments, because we're allowed to have them, we recommit. We recommit to that household. I do not desire any good for myself that is greater than the good that I desire for all people. Core principle of science of mind. What I want for myself, I want for everybody. Second line is, neither do I deny myself the good I affirm for all others. When you are treating for someone else, you are treating for yourself as well. Whatever it is. In this household, the host is God, the living Spirit Almighty. If that falls hard on your ears, feel free to use any other term that is easier. We have associations with language. So treat until the words are just words. All are invited, and all who dwell in this household are guests of the eternal host. I dwell here in peace, joy, and love. All right. So our mission today, should we choose to accept it? Oof. I think perhaps today we'll move off. We'll move off from the text. And our mission today is to imagine the household of God. To imagine it. And I would say if you practice any kind of art, draw, paint, sing, whatever, write songs, imagine, create the household of God for you. I kind of hinted to you what mine would be, an enormous library. Create that space for yourself. Create it in words or visually or whatever. And then let that be the place that you go when you want to meet God unfiltered. We talk about the sacred place of Most High. Build it. Build it in your mind. Build it out. Fill it up. Fill it up with all of the things that embody the qualities of God for you. The peace, the harmony, the warmth, the color, the joy, the happiness. build that household for yourself. Build it here first. Build it here first. And what you'll find is that it will start to manifest out here. That's my suggestion. That's our mission today. All right. And then, as always, I encourage you to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like to you. Whatever it is that you need today. The weather's a little weird. We left at 6:30 to go to the gym, and when we got back, or to meet with the trainer, it was actually cooler when we got back, than when we left. It's weird. It's weird. So we have weather coming, so do what you need to do to take care of yourself, your pets, and your plants. But, engage your mind. Do something to engage your mind and your body. Please, get some fresh air. I don't know that we're going to see the sun today, but if you do, if you get a brief glimpse, get a little sun on your face. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Drink plenty of water. All right, beloveds. It's Wednesday. So Reverend David will be on with you around 5 p.m. with the daily guide. There is a book study, The Living of the Science of Mind. That's at 6:30 right now. And if you want to get on the mailing list to get that link, because that's a Zoom book study, then info@creativelife.org. That's the email. That'll get you that link. I'll be back with you at 9 a.m. And do remember that I am archiving these daily readings to the Running Rev Ryan YouTube channel. So once I am done with this at the end of March, if there was if you want to continue to do it and you want to hear what I have to say, it'll be available on the YouTube channel, because I'm going to move on to a new book in April. All right, beloveds, I want to remind you, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you that you live in heaven now. You are a beloved child of God, in whom God is well pleased, always and forever. That is the state of grace that we live in. So please, do what you need to do to make it a wonderful day, and create the kingdom, create the household of God. Because I think that may be easier for some of us to envision than the kingdom of God. Create it for yourself. Create that place where you meet God. All right, beloveds? Whatever it looks like to you, because it is yours. Have a wonderful day.